Hey everyone, welcome. My name is Tamar Ilana. Ole, ole, ole. And we are about to go live with a beautiful, sweet artist and performer and dancer and nomad and traveler. And she's just so many things. And we're going to bring her on in a second. Her name is Sarah Varichon. And I'm tuning in today from the prairies, from a valley. It doesn't look like the prairies, but it is. Fort Capel Valley in the prairies. And we're here live on Instagram every Wednesday, featuring different women in the performing arts world. And here's Sarah. Let's bring her on. Just give me a second. There you are. Hi, just call me son. Sarah. Manuel Vasquez. Hola, hola, hola. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Sieski. Jude. Hi, Mom. Hi,
Oh,
guys. Hi, Sarah.
I love your background.
Right? Oh, my God. I'm so lucky.
Look
Oh,
at
you beautiful.
that. So good to see you. Hey, I love your intro.
I'm going to give it really briefly again. Hi, so excited. Love you, Sarah. Hey, Sieski. I know I'm so excited too every time I see Sarah.
Oh, I'm so
Welcome, everyone. This is Fab Collab Live, and we focus on women in the performing arts world. And this week is Sarah Varichon. Hi, Jessica. So, Sarah, what's up? How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me. I'm just about to check out Airbnb in Vermont. So we're in the same.
Classic. What are you doing in Vermont?
Till when?
What are you doing there?
So just recharging after this pretty big project, the Rites of Passage project in Massachusetts. And it was like a 3 week, well, we'll have a chance to talk about it. But yeah, just recharging, going in the waterfalls. Yesterday we had a beautiful day,
Oh my
just
God.
being
Oh
in the
my
greenery of this place.
God. Enjoy. And then
Yeah.
what? Where are you headed now? I know
So
we're going advanced in the interview.
York,
We skipped your whole life, but it's okay.
I
We'll
know.
start. We'll start here. We'll start here.
We can go past, future, present.
It's all the same.
It's all the same. So next stop is New York. I'm gonna go to New York for a couple weeks. For a dear friend, Lou.
Mm.
But yeah, I'm there. I'm gonna be there for a couple weeks, and then vamos a ver Montreal, and then we'll see what's next.
Oh my God. Classic. Back
You
to
know
real.
how
Back to reality, eh,
it
Sarah?
is.
Back to reality. I love it. Okay, so for those of you who don't know Sarah, I mean, I hope everyone knows Sarah, and if not, you'll know her now. But first of all, just tell us a bit, where you're from, your background a little bit, whatever you want to say about that, and we'll start there. Yeah.
I'm from Montreal, Canada. And, I was born there, and my mother's from Guyana, British Guyana, and immigrated in her 20s to Montreal. My dad is French, from France, un cousin français, also immigrated in his 20s to Montreal. And yeah, I was raised uh, in British Columbia, and Montreal has been my base for since I went back when I was 18. So,
So many things, so many gaps there in your story. So many. Have you
I
ever been
trust
to
you.
Guyana?
What's
Have you
that?
been to Guyana ever?
No, not yet. That's a big one on my list.
Oh, all right. We'll Instagram
My
you from there.
In New York, there's a little Guyana, so I think that's gonna be my first stop to Guyana. But this year it's on my
Mm.
list to go. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Oh
yeah.
my God.
I know.
Amazing. Okay, so you said you're in Montreal and then your parents are from France and Guyana, and then you're like, yeah, so then I grew up in BC.
Yeah.
Like, hold on a second.
Hold on. Let's go.
Wait, why? Why did you grow up all those other places? Tell us more. Tell us more. Let's get
So
into it. Let's
I
get
know,
into it.
long one. This part is a long one. Just where I
Perfect.
was raised.
Perfect.
Um, so my dad's a nomad. Like I have
Straight up.
been Yeah, just the embodiment of a nomad. Freedom for him is everything, and he did his best being a nomad and having a family and finding stability and moving um, as much as he could and as much as we could bear with him. But yeah, so I grew up with my father and his wife at the time, French Canadian, who raised me. When I was 2 years old, my parents separated. Um, and so I was mostly grew up with my father. And so he was es el que mandaba, no? So he brought the family. When I was 5, we went down to Honduras. He was studying in agriculture and
Wow.
did a project down, and we went to Westphalia, toda la familia. All the family went down for a couple months. I did my first school experience was in
Wow.
Honduras with Nancy, who raised me, her 2 kids who are like siblings to me,
Wow.
and then went back to Montreal, stayed a couple of months, and then moved to BC for 5 years. Nancy was in the tailor industry and made uh,
Wow.
boat canvas rooftoppings and yeah.
Whoa.
So
Whoa.
we're in Vancouver Island for 7 years, and it was Nancy's dream to learn flamenco. So it was thanks to Nancy that I was introduced to flamenco. Um, and my dad was like, "Okay, let's do this." She was working really hard. She was like the hardworking one of the family. I mean, she was a nurse. She did a lot of canvas
Wow.
work, and then my dad was in his attic um, doing a internet website, one of the first in the 90s, and he wanted to find a way to travel, to travel and work from wherever he was. And
Wow.
so
A revolutionary.
he was the first to do like hotels.com, Airbnb, that kind of thing, but he just wanted to find a way to make a living. And once it rolled, put it on automatic mode, and then we traveled
Wait, what did he put on automatic mode?
on the website.
What was the website?
So it was circumvista.com.
I
It was,
remember this
you
from
remember?
many. Well, what was it again? Tell us.
It was a website, like a booking website for hotels, boutique hotels around the world.
Come on.
Yeah, so I remember when
Brilliant.
it first came out, we were working for him and like doing pages, like uploading pages, and each time he'd get a booking, there was like a TRX, just like that was like each time we got a booking, okay, money's coming in, and so
Oh my God, that is so cool.
and uh, and yeah, and so it was Nancy's
That's
turn.
wild. Come
Yeah,
on.
yeah, yeah. I didn't tell you that part of this.
I forgot about that. That's amazing. Kudos
Yeah.
to your dad. Can't believe
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible that he was self-taught, He ordered a whole bunch of books and just made it on his
No one
own
was doing that at that time.
during that at that
You know,
time.
it's
Yeah.
so funny. Like you think of like you see like nomads and hippies and travelers and blah 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 and all these things, and like the perception of them is so different from like what they're actually pulling off, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Wild.
Exactly. And I mean, what he was then and what he is, how he
Yeah.
travels now is totally
Yeah.
different.
I say they, I think I mean we.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Let's include ourselves. Look where we are.
We're
Yeah.
evolving.
Wow. Okay. So how did you, okay, so BC, Honduras, then what?
Yeah, BC, Honduras, BC, then Spain. So then or my dad wanted to honor Nancy's dream of learning flamenco. So
Hmm.
we left the house there, packed our 6 boxes. We had 6 boxes, the cat, the 3 kids, and moved to Spain
Oh, come
uh,
on. Oh,
as
wow.
early 2000s.
Wow.
And that was quite something. That was quite something. Canadian, like growing up in Canada, Nanaimo and moving to Spain at the age of 12, Granada, and El Albaicin. Like I just remember, like it was the dream, you know, it was the
Wow.
dream.
What was your first memory of getting to Granada?
Oh my God. I remember the first memory wasn't the best because you know how the outskirts of Spanish cities aren't the most like sexy.
Hospitable. Yeah, sexy looking.
So we got traumatized on our way from Madrid. Like, oh my God, we just did the biggest move of our life, and it's just like, just it was not pretty, you know. And
Wow.
once we got into the city, I remember being in El Albaicin, and just it was raining that day in Granada. There's not
Wow.
that many days of rain in it. I was just running down a cobblestone road and just
Oh,
being like, I'm
I'm here.
the dream. I'm here, you know.
When we
Yeah, I
make the
remember.
film of Sarah's life, can we have that scene in it?
We got it. That was...
That one. That's gonna be the opening scene, I think.
Thank you for bringing me back to that moment. And the next
Ah,
moment was the day that we got there. You know, the people who fix the doorknobs, like cerujero,
yeah.
cerujero.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
key people. I don't know.
well,
The
the
locksmith.
lock, the
I'm like,
locks.
it's
Yeah,
coming, it's coming.
showed up to where we were staying, and he showed up with horses, and he was like,
Wow.
"Come go to the Sacromonte." Thanks, Sandia, locksmith.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks. We were struggling with that one.
Oh, yeah, we're struggling. I might need a couple more
Yeah, stay with us,
translations.
stay with us.
So, hold on, just a second. So yeah, so that was the locksmith brought his horses, and he became like one of our best friends in Granada,
Wow.
and showed us around,
Classic.
just galloping around all of Granada,
Come
all of us.
on.
It was the dream arrival.
Wait, that
And
brings me back to a memory when we were living in Seville and we went to Feria and you like jumped up on that guy's horse. And
oh my
I was
God,
like, it just came back to me right now. I'm like, got it. Got it. Okay. You had to do that. You had to do that.
that's background. That's the background there.
Got it. Thank you. Just understood that moment. Okay, so Granada, you're living, how long do you live in Granada for?
So we were there from 2001 to 2000. I was there till 2008 because
Wow.
it was quite, yeah, it was 6 years.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. So I went to high school in super típico granadino school, which was a whole
Wild.
experience in itself. And yeah, learned flamenco there, or started my first classes there.
Wow.
Luisa Campo del with her cane
Oh, God.
and her cigarros. We were like in class with her, and she was just sacando con la caña.
That's awesome.
And with her running shoes, she would never have tacones, just
What? That's so
and yeah,
funny.
so that was my first introduction to flamenco.
That's hilarious. I think there's like a weird
She was
delay here
amazing. She was amazing.
happening.
We did a couple of shows with her. Yeah, is there?
Yeah, I think your video and your
Yeah,
audio is
my
unsynced.
internet has been a little
It's all right.
spotty.
We'll just keep going. It'll fix
Yeah,
itself.
oh no.
No, you're good. You're good. It'll fix itself.
Okay, thanks for letting me know.
You can always log out and
So
log
anyways,
in, and I'll be here.
I could keep on going
Okay?
with Granada, but you stopped me.
Oh no, I didn't mean to stop you. Just
You want me to do?
just because you try logging
I'll
out
be
and
right.
in maybe because it's a little unsynced. I'll stay here. Come
Okay,
right back. Have no one go anywhere because she's coming back. Okay. Oh, now I'm by myself. Like, what can I sing? Tangos de Granada. No me pongo en el pelo cintas de color de grana. y hasta que no vea venir ya mi novio de La Habana, y hasta que no vea venir ya mi novio de La Habana, na 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 y no, na y no, na y no, na 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 y no, na y no, na, que pa' que vea que bien yo te camelo, coge la senda y vente pa' acá. Just little tangos, impromptu tangos de Granada. You know, since we're talking about Granada. Ah, there she is. Perfect timing. All right, guys. Thanks for staying with us. While Sarah logs back in, she's coming in. I just accepted her request. Yeah. Come right back. Okay. Okay, she's coming. The magic of the internet. You just call me son. What's your name again? What's your actual name? I know Sarah mentioned it, but I missed it. Uh-oh. Oh, there she is. Yes. Sarah.
Oh no, it's really choppy
Oh
now.
no. Try moving, try moving. I sang a tangos de Granada in your absence to honor the discussion about Granada. Are you back? Yeah,
Can you
I
hear?
can hear you.
Yeah,
Okay, great.
yes. Is it
Let's see how far we can go.
it's synced? Okay, perfect.
No,
I'm
I just
looking.
said, oh, Sandia. Hi, Sandia. Sandia. Mm-mm-mm. I said, what's your real name? I sang a letra de tangos de Granada when you were gone. Oh my, all right. I'll hold the fort. I'll hold the
Oh,
fort for
I
Sarah.
missed.
Okay, so Granada. We can get back there. But I want to know, oh my God, I want to know so many things. But feel free also, people who are watching this, to ask questions and I'll catch them. But yeah, so Granada. Now I know there's a story of like how you what's this thing that I keep messing up about, for this 14-year-old decision of leaving school or going back to school or going to South Asia or leaving South Asia. Can you tell us about that? Please clarify.
Yeah, so fun. Yeah, so as I said, with my very nomadic father, couldn't, when he saw that I started, not doing so well in school in Granada, um, he was like, okay, let's find a way to, his way of taking care of the situation was going, he's like, okay, pack your bags, we're going to Southeast Asia, we're going to India for a year.
I wish everyone did that
And
when
so I was like,
when their kid
okay,
wasn't doing well in school.
I don't have a choice. I mean, it is an amazing experience. And that was just
Wow.
my school. He was like, "We'll do school by correspondence once you get there." And I'm like, "Oh, if I wasn't doing well at school, in Granada, Spain, like not being nomadic, if I'm traveling, I'm gonna."
Wow.
Yeah, we ended up just letting go. So we went to India. So we went to India when I was 15 for a year, and yeah, after a couple of months, I made friends with our neighbor there who are my age, 15, like Reka and Regita, 15 and 18 years old. And as soon as I got there, we started like playing, these games. It was like I was going back into childhood. I was like reclaiming this innocence, that I had
Hola, Ale.
lost in Granada. And Órale. Oh, it's so nice to see all these folks rolling in. So yeah, so it was quite a school, quite a training. I was very privileged to live that experience, and it opened me to so many different worlds, we went to Nepal for a couple months, and I told my dad my dream is to work in an orphanage, and I don't want to go to school anymore. I don't want to do school by correspondence. So we literally we did a ceremony, we burnt my
Oh my
school
God. Come
text.
on.
And So we kept the actual books and brought it back to like an actual school, but like all the text and all that, we burnt them.
Sarah.
And then he's like, "You want to do?" I went and worked. My first work experience was working in an orphanage of 50 children who had experienced all kind of very, very tragic
Wow.
experiences. And it was quite an experience to have at that age. And after that, I I wanted to keep on traveling in that way, and
Mm-hmm.
being of service. And I told my dad I want to keep on traveling. He's like, "Well, I trust you." And I took my independence when I was 15 and went to Spain and worked for a while in Spain and in hostels and 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 yeah, it was a double-edged sword, because it's a young age to leave, and to be out in the world at 15 and
Mm-hmm.
longing for belonging,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you know. And also, the world's opened their arms to me wherever I
And they
go,
still do. Just gonna say.
So,
Later,
my
she
mom,
can't handle
burn
that.
them?
She's stressing out about that right now.
Sorry. It's not very orthodox.
I want to ask, like, that moment of burning them. Can I just ask you something
So,
about that moment?
yeah, so
Like, has it ever?
at the age
Oh, go
of
ahead.
18, after traveling for a couple of years on my own, I went back. I decided to go back to Montreal, where I was born, where my mother was, who I had not. What's
Keep going.
that? Oh, yeah. No, no, go
Hi,
ahead. Sorry, I think
Harut.
there's a
Thanks for
little
joining.
delay.
Harut, we're doing an interview here with Sarah Varichon, a beautiful artist, a nomad, traveler, and everything.
Ask me.
I was gonna ask you. I know, sorry, there's a delay. I'm sorry, but I was gonna just ask you, like, at what moments does that memory like come up during your
Oh, I
life?
think there's quite a delay. Should
Go and
I
come back. Go and come back. I'll sing
log
another
off
letra.
and come
Go.
back on? Okay.
Guys, patience with us for a second. Because we want to hear about a project Sarah's been working on, also called Rites of Passage. So she'll come back and talk about that also. I think she's going and coming back, right? Are you leaving and coming back, Sarah? Or are you still with us? Hola, hola, hola. Oh, she's gone. So, in her absence, I sing letras de tangos de Granada. So, y el morillo es una flor que al palacio quiso entrar por ver a la reina mora. La belleza que tendrá, lo morillo por delante, lo morillo por detrás, y al palacio de la reina, y el morillo quiso entrar. Okay, she's coming. There we go. I've accepted her request again. Hey, hey, hola, hola. Just sang another
Hey.
letra. I'm gonna disappear. I'm gonna sing a tango de Granada. I was gonna ask. I was gonna ask. What?
Hear it.
Thanks, Ale. Y el morillo por delante y el morillo por detrás Ya el palacio de la reina, ya el morillo quiso entrar. But I was gonna ask, thanks, Ale, miss your dancing. I danced the Kanya the other day and I was like, oh man, I don't remember what she did here. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about, Ale. Hi, there's a fisherman here. Yeah, I was gonna say like, at what moments in your life does that memory of burning the school books like come out and make you act one way or another way, or does it? Maybe it doesn't. But you know what I mean? Like, is there ever a moment that you're like that influences your decisions?
Hmm. Yeah.
And you're like because of that you act or do a certain thing.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's such a good question because it is a very symbolic moment. I think it comes that I tried to be um, to do the conventional ways of, to take the conventional route because,
Wow.
there's pressure. So each time that I'm like, oh, I feel like I need to go here, but it's not really what I want.
Mm,
And it's like, I feel like that
mm,
the kind of potency of that moment comes like, there's not just that way, so many different ways. And there's so many different ways of learning and experiencing things and trusting that journey. So gracias, Papa. Thank you
hey,
for that lesson.
everyone remember that one. There's another way.
Oh my God, I have so many questions about your upbringing, but that'll be another interview.
I did one of these Fab Club live. Hi, Sheely. I did another interview with my mom where I interviewed her on Curtain Call on this interview series, and I think just watching that interview will explain a lot about my childhood. You don't have to ask me; you just have to watch that interview. You'll be like, um, okay, let's keep going. Hola, 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 everybody. Thanks for being here. Hola,
I'm watching
hola,
that.
hola, everybody. And okay. So Granada, you burn the books. You're in South Asia. You go back. You study. Okay, let's go a little bit into your art and like you have a foundation of flamenco and sort of like you lived in Montreal for many years and that's where we met. And you danced and you did so many things there. You've traveled. You went down to Oaxaca. I want to touch on all these things and like
Yeah.
all these big moments in your life that have sort of contributed to where you are now. So maybe like a little bit on just like your years in Montreal and then a little bit on your
Yeah.
years in Oaxaca, you know? That's your turn. You go.
So so let's see. So in Montreal, yeah, Montreal there was yeah, beautiful a beautiful space to I lived and worked in the for a couple of years, organizing cultural events, organizing brunch flamenco, souk de Noël, um, working Couscous Comedy Show and La Caima, which is an art center in itself. But
Mm-hmm.
all events, cultural events that are like really rooted grassroots, like grassroots where food and just like everyday life is it's not a big festival. It's like this thing in community and experiencing art, like in the village, there's that village feel. And so like as soon as I got to Montreal, the Couscous Comedy Show and all that family, it opened the art worlds for me.
Mm.
And then also in parallel through the flamenco scene, um, uh, studying and performing, so and so being involved in the festival there. Shout out to Benoit. And yeah, so in my 20s, my focus was more you know, flamenco and and then when I started going to Oaxaca on like in 2015, was initiated more on my healing journey for my relationship to art and being in Oaxaca. I mean, Ale is here too, and we studied with there and who different curanderas from around Mexico and was initiated in learning about the traditional Mexican healing arts through like massage and herbal medicine, and that opened healing path.
Mm-hmm.
I started space for somatic healing,
Wow.
and for a while I was a little separated from art, and through the last years it's been a bridging of those two, realizing
Mm-hmm.
that my art is healing, you know. My creating art is healing, and then stepping into that offering and offering that art is a healing force.
Mm. What is somatic healing?
And I can't do one without the other.
Okay.
And I think all art is implicitly healing, you know, and more and more I'm stepping into being more explicit.
Mm-hmm.
So Soma is really the integration of the physical body, the emotional body, the energetic body, and approaching healing from all of those levels, not just from the physical body, you know, but it's really whether it's through work or one-on-one sessions or group workshops, you know, but like approaching our relationship to the body with it's a
Got it.
healing
Kind of like,
within the body.
I understand. Yes, kind of like, I think I understand a little bit. I know there's a delay here, guys. Bear with us. But kind of like natural
On that
medicine
little lag.
is holistic, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So, what brought you to Oaxaca in the first place? Remind me. Oh no, guys, such a delay. Okay, I just because we're like so low on internet, I think Sarah, I don't know if you can hear me, but I think we should jump right to rites of passage because I know we really want to talk about that, and it's a huge project that you just
And
did.
also
And she might be leaving and coming back.
was escaping. Should I
Yeah, one more, one
leave?
more. Oh, she's gone. She'll be back. She'll be back. She'll be back. What other letras tangos de Granada do I? Write me a letra here in the chat, people. Shirley, what's a letra tangos de Granada that I can sing in her absence? Uh, I can sing a different tangos. Tangos de Triana. Hola, Pili. Mm. Triana, Triana, qué bonita está Triana, qué bonita está Triana. Qué bonita está Triana cuando le ponen al puente la banderita gitana. Ya al puentecito le ponen la banderita gitana. Que pasó río, pasó el puente y siempre la encuentro lavando. Qué pobrecita de mi mamá, aquel sol me la está quemando. Que pasó río, pasó el puente y siempre la encuentro lavando. There she is. She's joined now. Thanks for bearing with us, guys, through nomadic internet issues from one of the founders daughters of how to travel online. Hey, she's back. I feel you're going through different portals, coming and going. Portal travel.
Yes, I know. It's good. It's good. You give the little flamenco breaks.
Like interludes.
Love that.
I think just because I don't want to lose you, and I really want to hear about your latest project, Rites of Passage.
Ooh.
So can we go right there, and you can tell us? Yeah, it's today. You can tell us what you've just been working on and what that's about.
I know you were saying we have time. Yeah, so privilege and honor to work with and to be a part of the Rites of Passage project that in Massachusetts. There's a couple of here that are on the call. Coming, Maritati and Amy. So nice to see you rolling in. So it was a vision that Puja Prema, the founder of Rites of Passage, held, and we gave birth to it collectively a week ago. And this project was color from across this and lived together, full village. We inhabited a house where each room was the living embodiment of a rites of passage woman of color in 2021 in America.
Wow.
And so we had Tamara, I wish you, Pili, everyone here could have came, and hopefully one day we could maybe do one in Canada.
Let's do it.
But it was amazing. Every room was magic. There were these rooms were art installations created by artists, healers, women, and it was a space to really step into a rite of passage, into their own rite of passage, whether it was forgiveness, whether healing the mother wound, healing ancestral trauma, legacy, healing from sexual trauma. And so you walked in through this house with that, it was like walking through dream after dream, feminine power and the vision of women of color, and taking a face, and really showing up fully in their healing and in their offering. And so there was, this house was full of people, these beautiful in each room. Oh no.
No, I got you. I can hear you. Keep going.
You got it?
I can see you now. I can't hear you. I can see you but not hear you. Have I frozen now? Hmm. Can you guys hear her? Please write in the chat if you can hear Sarah. Maybe I'll try. Quiero vivir en Granada. Ay, come back, come back, come back. No, just when she's. Yes, there you are, Sarah. Oh, thanks, Sacred Paintbrush. Yeah, I know I can see her too and can't hear her. What happened? This is Sarah, guys. Ephemeral, hard to grasp, always in and out of portals. Is anyone surprised? Hi, Sarah. Can you hear us? Keep telling us about rites of passage. Okay, so it's not my headphones. Okay, that's good. That's good news. Okay, are you back? Can't hear you. Where did you go? No podemos escuchar. Cinta de color de grana. No, no te escuchamos. Can't hear you, love. Come back, come back. Can't hear you. Try one more time. No. One day we'll be in person. Okay, okay. So for those of you who are just joining, I'll give you a brief. We're talking to Sarah Varichon. My name is Tamari Lana, and we're here every Wednesday doing interviews with women in the performing arts world and scene and industry, from different backgrounds and in different paths of life. And this week we're with wonderful, beautiful Sarah Varichon, who's currently in Vermont, but just finished a project. I'm not even sure where she was, in southern states somewhere, or maybe not. We'll have to ask. And on her way to New York, grew up in Montreal, Honduras, Spain, Asia. Oh, I'm just giving a brief recap of where we're at. Hi. Okay, tell us. Go.
Okay, go. So where we leave off, yeah. So it was everything. It was everything. All the things that I had ever longed to experience as an artist, as a healer, well, as someone who holds space. Um, I it was a dream come true coming into of women of color. For me, it was
Wow.
quite a rite of passage in it, that of like just that, like having been separated from my age and not growing up connected to my mother's ancestry,
Mm-hmm.
and to be around women of color from, we had staying with us, being in community with us, holding ceremonies for us. Ceremonies, we had a full day ceremony to release grief, like
Wow.
from 8 in the morning at 9 at night, just holding space for these 65 women to come and release grief collectively. And yeah, so it was very reconnecting, um, and empowering to take up space in that way, and to see other beautiful healers and artists, women of color, take up space and see what is possible, what is possible when we come together and heal together, create together, and grieve collectively, so that there's space for our gifts to come out fully, unapologetically. And it was powerful. I did my room was the legacy room, which was a a room of healing ancestral trauma and reconnecting to the source, whether it's our mother, our motherland, our mother's lands. And it was 5 days of performance, of performing. I had, I mean, I could start explaining the room and all the different things. There's so many things I don't even
Give
know
us a
where to
couple of things so we can imagine the room.
start.
Give us a couple of elements that were in the room.
But okay. So what me in the creative process was the Regia Amazonica, which is a giant lily pad native to the Amazon basins, where my mother, well, in Guyana, it's also the emblematic flower where my mother's from. And so I was guided by her. And I started looking pictures and pictures and pictures of this amazing lily pad that holds human beings afloat from water. You know what I mean? And it blooms at night. So just the symbolic of blooming in, you know, looks like a web. And it actually looks like a placenta.
I was just thinking that this is very feminine.
Um, it just almost looks exactly the same. And so I was like, wow, that I want a huge placenta to be, yes, yes. Like the connection to our mothers, the connection to what comes before us,
Mm-hmm.
the connection to our motherland, and and how we're interested, we're always connected, even though we give birth, our mothers give birth, and we are separated from this umbilical cord. At one point, we're always connected, through our grief, through our love, through our longing, through.
Mm-hmm.
And so I collaborated with an artist, Maria Ramirez, in California, who created this on the
Wow.
ceiling, and down came like the umbilical cord that also looked like this lily pad, and the room was covered with
Yay.
soil, 6 inches of soil, and seeds, tamarind ancestors, a lot of women of color ancestors. And I had an installation where these like almost 100 tamarind seed pods were hanging from the windows.
Wow.
And yeah, so it was a room lush with elements and fruits, and honoring where we come from. And
Wow.
during the whole performance, it was planting planting seeds, planting seeds for new legacies to emerge.
Ole.
So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
there. I'll stop there because I could keep on going.
No, I love it so much. I'm writing in the chat because there's a delay, but I want to know if there was an audience and what for your 5 days of performance and what you performed. Sarah, come back. Yeah, yeah. Can you see the questions or can you hear me? Okay. Oh no. Okay, well, the last thing, guys, tell me what you think. But I was thinking of asking her to demonstrate something that she might have performed at the rites of passage. Tell me, reclaiming the womb. Yes. Tell me, yes or no, yay or nay. Should we ask Sarah to perform something or dance something that she might have performed in her 5 days and rites of passage? Let me know, yes or no. I see hearts. I think hearts is a good indication of yes. She's coming back. I've requested her to rejoin. Speaking of ancestral land, that's where I am in Saskatchewan, my grandparents and great grandparents' land, indigenous side of the family. Hey, Sara
Then let's
Sarita. Okay, listen, I love you so much. I want to hear every detail of your
can you
life.
hear me?
Yes, I can. But internet failures and all, will you, before you go,
Hey,
give us a demonstration of what you performed in your rites of passage? Porfi, will you dance for us? Let's see if she gets this. It's the magical and sad part of the internet. I'm not sure if she can see these messages. Sarah, can you see that? Will you give us a little patadita before you go, before the internet completely abandons us? There you are. Beautiful. You might have to move outside or something like that. All right, we're gonna try one more time. We're gonna see if Sarah will dance for us here live on Instagram. And actually, we're gonna be moving. You're the first to know, but we're gonna be moving soon to Facebook and YouTube to avoid issues like this and do things on OBS. So we just have a couple more on Instagram, but soon we will be shifting platforms. So just to avoid, Instagram crashes and failures. So bear with us. A couple more on Instagram. Cántame, bailame, bailame tú, baila. I can sing while we're waiting Granada. Y veo Granada mi pie cuando subo y al alcázar y veo Granada y comprendo por qué lloraba Hey,
Ale.
te toca a ti. Vamos,
Okay.
antes de que
Oh,
te
me
perdemos.
cantas
Like, I don't want to lose
una
you again.
ya?
I don't want to lose you again. Guys, how long have I been singing? Forever, my whole life. Since I was born, since before I was born.
You were born. You were in the womb singing.
Yeah, yeah. I was definitely in the womb singing, kicking. I was like, I don't want to be a singer. Hola, qué guapa, por Dios. Vamos, dale.
Bueno, hacemos una pequeña colaboración.
Como tú quieras. Lo que tú quieras. ¿Qué quieres?
Sí.
Hi, Alessandro.
Yes. Well, you asked me if I could perform a little bit of what I performed at the rites of,
Yeah.
but it was so, the element was earth, and I was just like, it was so part of my
Next level.
movement.
You had to be there. You had to be there.
Had-
Okay,
you
so
had
what
to
do you
be
want to
there.
dance? What do you want
But
to do?
bulería.
You want me to sing por
Una
bulerías?
bulería.
Okay, okay. Uh,
It's been like
uh, uh,
there.
Ay, que jai, que jai, que jai, que jai, que jai, que jai, que jai. Ale, tracata, que toma, ta, Ay, esta noche voy a ver. Ay, hermosita estrellita de oriente. Que toma. Y si no la veo esta noche, ay, la veo al día siguiente, lo tiene todo, ay, lo tiene todo, pero en flamenca no gano yo. Lo tiene todo, pero en flamenca no gano yo. Ay, princesa mía, y eres la reina de Andalucía, que hay princesa mía, y eres la reina, de Andalucía, y eres la reina de Andalucía. ¡Ale! That was the best live. Somehow, the internet worked for us there. That was the most instant bulerías online ever. Ole, mi guapa.
Always that. Ole tú. Ay, cómo echaba de menos tu
Y tu
cante.
baile, y tú. Everyone's ole, reina de la tierra. I know, surely. I was like, how can I change this? Y eres la reina de toda la tierra. Oh, look at that timing, guys. Look at that timing. Okay, I was going to ask Sarah if there's anything else she wants to share with us, but we'll have to follow up. Go follow her at sasa.wasa, and go and just follow her and learn about her whole life. And she's amazing. And go find her wherever you can in the world. And I think I'm going to end it here. Love you, Misara. Let's see if she comes back for a second. And if not, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. We're going to be back next week. Leah's going to be hosting. There we go. The timing is amazing. With Malika next Thursday. There's going to be a little change Thursday at 2 or 2:30, I believe. We'll post about it. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Fab Club goes live every week with a different woman in the performing arts world. And follow us for more. Oh, let's invite her back to say bye. Let's see what happens. Okay, 1 second. Stay with us. She's she got me up and standing. I couldn't sit anymore for that. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see if she can just come and say bye quickly. Are you there? Yes. I just wanted you to come and say bye. Love you, Sada. To be
Thank you so
continued.
much. Thank you. To be continued.
You're the best. Mil
You
gracias.
are the best. Thank you for hosting this. Ole tu guapa.
Ole tú.
See you soon.
See you soon. Talk soon. Bye. Go follow Sarah. Ole, ole.
I love. Bye.
Bye, beautiful. Thank you so much.
Ale.
Ole tú.